Hello, this is a video to show you the materials needed for the sew along of a mesh corset. And the first things you will need are the basic sewing supplies. I don't think I need to run through all those, like scissors and chalk and etc. But I will tell you what's necessary for this project. First off, you will need a corset pattern, and I have one right here. I printed off from Facebook. It's from the Learn How to Make Corsets Like a Pro group, and under the Files tab there is a free 24-inch pattern by Christine Wickham, and she also has a YouTube video, and I'll post all the links to everything in the description at the end. And so the pattern I used, it's heavily modified, so it'll fit my measurements. What else you will need are a busk, if you're going to make a corset with a busk. You will need flat bones for the grommets in the back. You will need spiral steel if you prefer. Some people like to make flat bones throughout the whole corset. You will need grommets for the back, and don't forget U-tips if you are using spiral steel. Bias tape maker if you want to make your own instead of buying binding at the store. A grommet press, if you will, whichever kind you have, and also an awl to make holes in the garment for the busk peg side and the grommets in the back. You will need some kind of waist tape, whether it is a twill tape like this or a ribbon, which may look better with a see-through-ish mesh corset. You'll need a form of laces. I have some cotton ones here. You could get ribbon. It just has to be very long. Oh, and to mention, if you've made a corset before, it might be easier to do the whole follow along. When you order these supplies, you want to know what the length of the busk is before you buy the length of the bones, etc. So usually I try to get the corset pattern together before I have the supplies, or base it on supplies I already happen to have at home, if that makes sense. Also, for the fabric, I will be using a twill for the mock-up, and I'm probably going to use twill for the part between, or for the boning channels, the part between the mesh, because I can't afford to buy couture right now, and that would be ideal. And for the mesh, you could use organza, which really isn't mesh, but it's sheer. I think that's the idea for the mesh corset, to be sheer and light, especially for summer coming up. You can use silk organza, a couple layers. The tutorial I'm going to be using is Sydney Eileen's tutorial online, and she uses sport mesh. I find it a little too stretchy, like for a corset. So I found a type of mesh that I don't think anyone's ever used before, and it is Pet Screen from Joann Fabric. It is like a plastic. It can be cool ironed, and it really doesn't have stretch that I can tell, and it's very moldable, very see-through obviously, and I think it's going to be very durable. So it'll be very interesting to see how well this works. I did a little practice sewing on it. I took a little square off, and it seems to hold up very well. So if I missed anything, I'll add it in the description, and if you want to add anything, you can add it into the comments, and you can subscribe if you want to do more sew along or follow the sew along, and like this video. Thanks for watching.